So, I'm going to do everybody's strength, and I'm going to do this in a specific order. If you look at your character sheets, you got 5 open parentheses. These correspond to your stats. And so I'm going to just start with Roy, and we're going to go around. So,
Okay.
Roy, what is your strength?
Strength, we're sitting at a 9.
Okay, so a 9. So in that first parentheses, you're going to put a 1.
Okay.
Okay, Jimmy, what is your strength?
12.
12. So in that first parentheses, you're going to put 1.2. You see how 12 is a little bit better than... Scott, what is yours?
10.
Your strength is 10, so 1. See, like I said, 10, 9, 10, 11 is statistically average. It's a 1. So what is your strength?
A 4.
Your strength is a 4.
Wow.
So 0.6. 0.6. So your strength is pulling you down.
Military.
I know.
I was the brains. I barely got the boot.
It's that meme of deployment versus non-deployment when they show the fit guy and the fat guy. Okay, now we're going to go to endurance. So the second set of parentheses is always going to be endurance. So what is your endurance?
11.
11. 1. Okay, Jimmy?
15.
Your endurance is 15, so 1.8. You see how endurance contributes a lot to your hit points.
Okay.
What is your endurance?
10.
You're at 1. What's your endurance?
7.
7.6. Okay. Now we're going to go to intelligence. Okay? So this is the third parentheses. What is yours?
14.
14. 1.1. And while we're here, we're going to do your detect hidden, so I don't have to go back to this chart. Your detect hidden is base 10 plus your level, so it's 11.
Okay.
And your detect danger is base 14 plus your level, so it's 15%.
So that's going to be for everybody. The detect hidden.
No, because percentage is based off your intelligence.
It's based on your intelligence. But everybody's going to get the plus 1% because everybody's first level.
Oh, so go back to detect hidden again?
Detect hidden, because of your intelligence, it's 10%.
Gotcha.
Plus 1% because of your
Intelligence
level.
of 14, you looked on the chart.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Jimmy, what's your intelligence?
14.
14. So 1.1 is your hit mod, and then your detect hidden is 11. Your detect danger is 15. What's your hit intelligence?
16.
16. So your hit modifier is 1.2. Your detect hidden is total 13. Your detect danger is a total of 17. And where it says damage modifier, you have a plus 1. Because you're so smart, you're a little bit more dangerous in fighting.
Ozymandias.
Yeah, that's like Ozzy. Yeah.
Ozymandias just beat the crap out of.
Yep, that's a perfect example of that. Okay. Oh, I didn't do your intelligence. What's your intelligence?
20.
Nice. 1.3. Your damage modifier is a plus. Now a bunch of stats are going to give you damage, so it's going to be a little equation. So your damage mod, you have plus 1. Your detect hidden is 15%, and your detect danger is 19. Now, if I say detect obvious, you're going to roll on a die 20. If I don't say detect obvious, you're going to roll on percent. Sometimes, because you open up the refrigerator, you open it up, there's a human head in the refrigerator. It's obvious, but you could be distracted or drunk in your character's case.
Reach in, grab the milk, pull it out. And
Okay,
totally
so now we're
ignore
going to
the
go
head
to
there.
agility. So what is your agility?
My agility is a 16.
16. So your hit modifier is 1.6.
6.
Your damage modifier is plus 1.
Where is my damage modifier?
Down here.
Left-hand column
I
just
see
before the
it.
break.
Yeah. Was it?
Plus 1. You're so agile, you're accurate, and then your accuracy is plus 2.
Okay.
Keep in mind, there's going to be other modifiers, so that's not your total yet.
Worst comes to worst, I buy a gun.
Right.
Did I get an accuracy off of my intelligence?
No.
Okay.
Intelligence does not give accuracy. So
15.
15, 1.6. Your damage modifier is plus 1. Your accuracy is plus 2. What is your agility?
13.
13. Okay, your hit modifier is 1.3. Your damage modifier is plus 1, and that combos with your other one. And your accuracy is plus 1. Okay, and what is your agility?
15.
15. 1.6. Your DM, your damage modifier, is plus 1, and your accuracy is plus 2. And now we're going to go to will. This is a made-up stat. So will gives the same hit modifier as intelligence, but it gives damage and accuracy of agility. So it's a combination of will. So what is your will?
13.
13. 1.1. That should be in the last parentheses.
Yep.
And that gives you another plus 1 damage modifier and another +1 accuracy. You
So I'm up to +3.
yeah, that's going to be your total.
Okay.
Those are the 3 modifiers. Jimmy, your will
12.
12. 1.1 with a damage of +1 and an accuracy of +1.
10.
Scott, 10.
1, 0,
1 modifier with nothing
0.
else. Okay.
15.
15. 1.2 modifier with a +1 damage modifier, +2 accuracy. And then you could multiply. Oh, and now we'll go to basic hits. So what is your weight?
100 pounds.
100 pounds. So your basic hits is your hit points of your corpse. Is the only way to describe it. Okay, so when you're dead, that's how much damage your corpse could take. And it's you take your weight, you divide it by 50. So your basic hits is 2.
So if I'm at 0 hit points and I get hit twice, I'm dead.
You're already dead. If you're no, if you have 0 hit points, you're unconscious.
Yeah.
If I didn't talk about power yet, but in Dungeons and Dragons you just have hit points. I don't know if new editions have other things, but in this game you
points,
have
yep.
hit points and you have power points, and power is like your stamina. If
Okay.
you have 0 hit points but you still have power, you're unconscious.
Okay.
If you have hit points but you have 0 power, you're fatigued.
Okay.
You're huffing and puffing. If you have 0 hit points, 0 power, you're dead, and your corpse can then take another 2 damage before it's mangulated beyond repair.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So now what you're going to do is you have a calculator on your phone, right?
I do.
So you're going
I think we all do.
yeah, you're going to multiply all these numbers together, and then over here you're going to put your hit modifier, that's your total hit, and then you're going to multiply it by basic hits, and that's your hit points.
It's a multiplication. 1 times 1 is 1.
Right.
Times 1 point whatever. Times
Right.
Okay. 1 times 1
Jimmy,
equals.
what's your weight?
Times 1.1
200.
200.
equals
So 4 basic hits. What's your weight?
150.
times
3 basic hits. What's your weight?
200.
4 basic hits.
Times
Does anybody
1.1
need?
equals-
I mean, everybody here is like engineers and computer guys. So
4.68.
I'm sorry.
The multiplier.
Oh, okay. And you could see which. So later on, when you level up and you train, you could see which of your stats are holding you back. That's one thing I like about this. If I may dump on Dungeons & Dragons, I love Dungeons & Dragons, but it was the first. You know, this was the second, and I'm sure that there's other systems that are better, but this is what I'm used to. But I never liked that you could be a warrior in Dungeons & Dragons with an 18 strength and an 18 constitution, and then you roll, and it's random. In this game, what I like about it is your stats, everything generates from your stats. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it makes sense. So if you get heightened strength, you're going to get more hit points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you get more, and if you get heightened intelligence, you're going to get more damage modifiers and things like that. So let's just go around. How many hit points do you have?
I don't know.
Basic hits times your hit modifier.
So what's your hit
Oh.
modifier?
My hit modifier is 1.936.
1.936. So I just rounded off
2.
to 1.9.
Oh, 2.
So 1.9 times 2. All
I don't know.
right, Jimmy, what's
3.8.
yours?
My
1.9
Hits or my
times 2.
Your hits.
3.
17.
17 hit points.
3.8.
4.68 hit points.
4 point what?
68.
So 5.
5 hit
What?
points.
So I have 4 hit points?
Was it 4.68?
Yeah.
Oh, that was your
What's hit
total
points?
multiplied together?
Right
3
here.
times
hits.
1.56.
Okay.
So
I feel-
0.89.
Oh, but you have 20.
That's your hit
Well.
So that's your hit modifier, and then you multiply.
I don't know
by
what it'll do
4.
for me, but
So I have 4 hit points.
Yeah.
How much
Buy a
damage does say a
limousine,
punch
buy
roll?
a
So
totally-
Depends on how
Body
strong you are, but I'm gonna say on average 1 die 6.
So somebody could punch me in the face and I could die.
Not die.
You're a-
Get knocked out.
You're an average human female.
But you don't have
That's
powers
true.
yet. You are an average human female. The average male. One of the things that I do is I make the generic.
Right.
So when we play Dungeons & Dragons with this, I have a generic orc. I have a generic dwarf. I have a generic elf. I also have generic humans, males and female. The generic male has 4 hit points. The generic female has 3 hit points.
Okay.
Okay? So right now you are generic.
Above average.
So Jimmy has 17 hit points. And his character's a jerk. Jimmy's the character that you don't want to sit next to on the subway.
How does he have 17 hit points?
Because all his
I made
physical
my
stats are above
endurance.
average.
I made my endurance higher, my
Okay.
agility higher. I made my wealth 7.
Right.
You know,
All my wealth is a
So
7.
you are a
my
bad
humanity.
psychologist.
Where's the hit
No,
points?
yeah,
Where's the
absolutely.
hit
You,
points
you're.
go?
I
I
mean,
have-
you
like,
think
nobody
you're,
wanted
you're,
to hit
you're
points.
poorer than the average person.
Oh,
Absolutely.
You are a bad. I shame thee.
3.59 just
I
three?
shame thee.
Yes. He's
Okay,
got a 10
yeah.
humanity,
Okay.
but he doesn't care. So
the rest of the stuff we're not going to do because it's going to change based on your superpowers. But this, I wanted you to see all your characters.
But now this will change also.
This
if you got
this may
increased strength
change. You
or
may
increased
you may
endurance.
you may just
Right.
get flight and laser beams. That doesn't change your stats.
Right.
So now
They'll
the
get
fun
taken out
part.
by a punch.
So it's going to be.
You'll be Mighty Rick, like I explained to.
And then I
Fred
yelled
Joe's
at my mom,
book.
Mr. Solomon. And how did that make you feel?
No, why did you do that?
Disinterested psychologist. The most
Total
disinterested
judgment.
psychologist.
Yeah. He's on his laptop playing WoW.
No.
Yeah.
I
You
yelled
take
at my mom. She
you
probably
take a
deserved
notes
it.
and then you look at the notes. Need milk.
I yelled
And
at
when
my
would you
mom
like
and-
to schedule again? I'll call you, Dr. Solomon.
Yeah.
I do not want to go back. Okay, so now we'll talk about the powers. So now there's different charts. Okay, there's powers, and you guys pick whatever you want, whatever charts you want.
Oh, that's cool.
The only thing is, for your first game, I'm outlawing magic and magic items because there's extra rules that I don't want to complicate that. If you know your next game, everything's off the book. But right now, there's no magic, no psionic items. All right, or there is psionic powers, but there's no magic powers. I have a whole rigmarole about that. So there's powers. The way I explain that is Superman has the power to
3
fly.
years before I got my first belt.
You don't need to explain
really?
it. If you're buying a superhero game, Superman has the power for flight.
It's like
Spider-Man has the
getting
power
promoted
to
at the
stick to
dojo.
walls. The Human Torch has the power to turn into flames. Okay,
Yes.
so that's powers. Then there's devices. Iron Man's armor is a device. Captain America's shield is a device. Spider-Man's web shooters are devices. Batman's utility belt is a device. All right, so that's devices. Again, I'm skipping this. Skills. Batman is mostly skills.
Okay.
Okay, Batman is mostly skills. Fighting, karate, whatever. A Daredevil. He has the super senses power, and then he has a bunch of skills.
And he has the background of legal degree, right?
Right.
Lawyer.
And then there's psionics, and then so everybody's gonna roll. So right now you're gonna take a 1d6 plus 3. Okay, the rule book says plus 2, but it's not that fun. So
All right. This is the number of powers.
right, you're gonna roll it twice. You're gonna pick the higher roll,
4.
or you roll a roll if you want. That's up to you. But
Oh, what?
so you're gonna roll twice. Pick whatever roll you want. Add 3 to it. That's how
Here we
many.
go. Rolling for powers. 6. 4 plus 3 is 7.
No, you pick either a
Yeah,
4 or a 3.
Like 4 plus the 3.
Oh, that.
Well,
It worked out.
I
Yeah.
did roll a 3.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, okay. All right. I thought you.
I got the same roll, 4 and a 3.
Okay, so now the way it works is you have 7 slots. Okay, and then you're gonna roll after you get all your powers. You're gonna roll a weakness. Everybody gets a weakness. Now,
Favorite one.
if you don't like your weakness, you could drop your weakness by dropping a power. You could also drop a power to get an increased dose of that power.
Okay.
And I will say this: it's better to have powers that fit a motif. Then this sounds cool. And also, you're not going to be Spider-Man with bat wings and flame. Then you're not Spider-Man. You know what I
You're
mean?
Bat Spider-Man.
And the way I look at well, if you could come up with a name that explains the way I look at the superpowers is it's a focus. You know what I mean? So that's why there's certain characters I just don't like because their names like Cable to me never made sense.
Yeah.
And I never liked the character Cable because of that.
Yeah.
All right. And the less said.
So let's do one at a time.
Okay, so
Start with
do you
me.
want? Let's start with me.
Yeah, me first.
He
right.
brought the
Right.
camera,
That's
ladies
why
and
he brought
gentlemen.
the
So I
camera.
gotta go.
Well, you want this on film, right?
Yeah,
there you go.
I also wanted edited. So yes. So Roy, what would you like? You could pick anything except for the magic.
Magic.
And
No.
so what a coincidence! Nothing.
I want to be. So I've had different characters. I'm playing some Marvel. So I want to be. And now I'm kind of techie in that, like suit. So I want to be pure power.
Okay.
100% powers here.
And even if you don't like the power, take it because there's a finagle factor later.
Okay, so we'll do red as high.
Okay, red is high.
15.
15.
Your character is dead. No, disintegration ray.
Shit. He does not need
Disintegration.
that.
Are we all going to take one, or do you want to roll out all?
Let me roll mine because we're doing our film.
Okay, how many slots do you have?
7.
Okay, so that's your first slot.
Number 2 coming
Is the
at
same
you.
chart?
Coming at you.
Because you could change it at any time.
25.
25.
25 off of powers. Force field.
Nice.
So right around now, I'm already thinking of costumes and motifs. And this is
Better not be a sexist costume.
Oh, it is.
oh, it's a bikini.
Third power.
Third power.
86.
86. Telepathy.
Might end up dropping that to increase force field.
Yeah, that's up to you.
Fourth power.
I will give you suggestions, but I'm never going to boss you
86.
around. I don't believe that.
86.
For power?
Telepathy again.
86. Telepathy again. So 2 doses of telepathy. But again, keep it. Think about it. Everybody will roll up your powers. Then I'll come back to you about with the finagle factor.
I might do a skill at the end. I'm not sure. Number
Okay.
5. Number 5.
Daddy needs a new pair of armor A.
82.
82.
Oh, 82. 82. Speed bonus.
I'm actually pretty agile already, so that might help. So,
Well,
Speed is movement rate, right?
correct.
yeah. Does it affect my car driving?
Poorly.
React poorly.
You drive really poorly, very fast.
17.
17.
This is a power.
Yep.
Devitalization ray.
D-Vital Ray. What's that?
Most damage is off your hit points. Devitalization does their power.
You exhaust
So you make people
I
tired.
feel like I'm having my Dungeons and Dragons character, Scott, where I'm just gonna have the princess again. We'll do one skill.
A skill? Okay.
Out there.
Look, I'm like so bad. I need to put my finger on things.
Put
'cause
your
I can't
finger on
remember anything.
skills.
47.
47 skill. Heightened intelligence. Now roll 2 die 10 and see what your bonus is.
So I pick one of those.
You just gonna roll,
This is
twice
this is
and add them
combining.
together.
8, 9, 10, 11.
So plus 11 to your intelligence. Don't, just put heightened intelligence plus. No,
plus
you're not
11.
keeping it yet. So put it there because you might dump it.
No, I'm not dumping that.
And is that all 7 slots?
That's all 7 slots.
Now roll your weakness.
Oh no, is it at percentages also?
Yes, it is.
I am weak in 26.
Oh, wrong chart. 26. Low self-control.
Excellent.
So low self-control is the classic low self-control is Wolverine. He goes Berserker Rage, and then everybody tries to make it another power. No, if you pick Berserker Rage, it's definitely a weakness. But Cyclops from the X-Men, he can't control his eye beams, so he needs some sort of device to control it. I'm trying to think of other classic powers with.
I don't know if you want me to
There's
throw
a
in
telepath who can't stop reading people's minds.
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
You know what I
In the
mean?
beginning.
Jean Grey in the beginning.
Overwhelmed by all the
Right.
psychic noise
Yeah.
around her.
So you mull this over,
trained her
and
weakness
Jimmy,
down,
want to roll?
Yeah, sure.
And
All right.
then she-
How many
Dark
slots do
Phoenix.
you have?
9.
9.
You want me to do it in there?
Yeah, we're gonna do it on camera.
Yeah, we're on camera, so
Keep
Jim
it
is rolling for his character. 9
Dimensional
slots.
travel. That's funny.
It's there. Power. 39.
39 for a power. Heightened intelligence B. Since you got another power, you get 3 die 10.
Wow.
So you'll be the world's smartest, worst psychologist.
And he's a turd.
Statistically, somebody had to be the worst psychologist. It might as well be Jimmy. So, Jimmy has been playing with me for 30 years, so he's gonna
must
run
be-
like
he
he's
must-
gonna run like a well-oiled machine.
He
over
must
here.
be exhausted.
Powers until I say otherwise.
Okay, powers till you say otherwise.
72.
72 for powers. Power blast. That's Cyclops' eye beams or power blast.
Okay.
It's concussive force, and I'm so anal retentive. I actually have charts of different types of energies. This is kinetic energy.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Power. Whoops.
Power whoops.
78.
Power whoops. Size change. So he's gonna be able to either grow tall, grow small, or in some cases both. It depends on what we roll later.
97.
97. Weather control. You are the X-Man.
All of them.
you are every X-Man.
Well, we'll see what I do for a weakness because
Yeah.
I may just have to say, oh crap. 58.
58. Lightning control.
Storm. There we go. Keep
Yeah.
going. He just
Part
needs flight and he's all set.
Part of
Yeah.
the weather, yeah.
If you get ice control, ice powers, there you go.
The next 4 are skills.
Skills. Okay, good.
59.
59. Heightened senses. Roll 1 die 4. That's how many slots you have within that power.
Where are the skills? Oh, there I see.
1.
1. So you have one heightened sense.
Yeah, I'd have thought for that.
Sense of smell.
You don't want that sitting next to Roy.
90.
90.
Skill.
90 skill. Weakness detection.
Goes well with heightened intelligence.
And also goes well with psychology.
Essential weakness.
Do not let her drive.
Skill, 75.
75 for skill. Companion.
Hope I don't get any hate on the internet for that.
Now this is a skill.
You will.
So if you rolled a companion under powers, it could be a robot or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? But it's a skill. So this is kind of like you have an Alfred, like you have a
butler.
or a dog, or, you know, something.
Can't have Robin.
Oh, yes, you can have a sidekick. Yes.
Secretary.
Less
It's
skill.
the only reason
Less
we have
skill.
appointments.
Yeah, Mrs. Johnson,
54.
please reschedule my appointments. I'm off to fight crime. What?
54.
54 for skill. More heightened senses. Roll another die 4. And again, there's finagle factors.
One.
All right. And now your weakness. And then while you mull that over, we'll go to Scott.
32 on weakness.
32 for weaknesses. Mute. You are the world's worst psychologist.
Oh my God! Really?
He never gets any right.
Well, we know one of these powers is disappearing.
Now, mute.
So all
I've modified in the game. It says you just can't talk, but I've modified that to like Swamp Thing. If you ever read Swamp Thing character, he could talk, but it's effort. You know, so Black Bolt
a lot
has.
of grunts.
Communicating, but you know.
But it'll cost you energy to talk.
That's right.
You know, or maybe you have a stutter.
Yeah.
Adaption device. If you roll devices, just write device because the devices kind of have slightly different rules. And I'll explain everything once everybody gets their powers. I'll explain everything and we'll flesh it out.
I'm going to stay there until I say
Okay, so you're the device guy.
61.
61 device, and it's good because some of the devices have powers that are not on other charts. Non-corporealness. So right now, did you see the Ant-Man movie? Right now, you're Ghost. You could adapt and then turn ghost-like. I'm already thinking of really cool stuff. That's because I've been reading comic books since I could read. I learned to read on comic books.
Yeah. Same.
What was it?
I'm sorry, what number?
65.
65. Poison/venom.
The one thing about these charts, though, I mean, you can make an interesting character, but it's all over the place.
Right.
I like that though.
It's all over the place, but that's why
You can drop a lot of it.
that's why you could drop and boost.
90.
90.
Oh.
Transmutation.
Scott, you still doing all devices?
Right now, yeah. One more device. 86.
86. Teleportation.
Got a lot of cool toys.
And then I'm going to go to skills.
Okay. Skills.
Red. 51.
51 for skill. Heightened intelligence. That's what you want, right? So roll 2 die 10 right now, and that'll tell you your bonus for your intelligence.
5.
I'll re-roll that. I'm sorry. I don't like that, but that's a power.
19.
There you go. There
Wow.
you go.
Well, this is gonna be like a super smart group.
I don't mind you guys being.
Skills.
It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
He's going to waste a slot on a 5.
I agree, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like we all three of us have heightened intelligence.
35.
35 under skills, correct?
Yes.
Heightened
Right, Jim?
endurance A. Your vitamin regimen
Unless I
has
drop
given you.
That's true.
This is for that.
Because mute kind of sucks.
9.
So you have to drop a skill
Okay,
to
plus
drop
9
it?
for
I'm
endurance.
gonna. I mean, you have to drop.
All right, and then
I'm gonna probably drop
last,
companion.
this is your last skill.
Yeah.
You got it.
Like I got telepathy twice.
54.
54.
Left is actually really
Heightened
cool.
senses.
Is it?
And now roll a die 4 for how many senses. Now keep in mind these are skills, so these have to be senses that like really do exist. Like you can't say X-ray
3.
vision. So you have 3 doses of, and now your weakness.
Dun dun dun. The weakness.
20.
Yeah, these are all skills
20.
actually.
Could have been a 2.
I'm outlawing this because you got lowered intelligence. You know,
What was a 2?
Ah.
What was a 2B?
An
Just
O2?
reverse the dice.
a
Yeah.
diminished sense.
Okay.
So now you have, you know,
Oh,
that could really, you have
how
one
mu-
heightened sense and a
But
diminished
the
sense.
diminished sense is natural. Oh, so is the heightened senses.
well,
No,
this,
but wouldn't that be interesting? Like, so 3 heightened senses, but one of your senses
Yeah.
is so this heightened sense.
well,
would make it go-
Daredevil
Yeah,
has
exactly.
a diminished sense, and then all of his other senses are
They're
heightened.
heightened, yeah.
Perfect example of that.
Yep.
How many slots do you got there?
7.
7. And what chart you going to
We
use?
do
for
powers first.
You going powers? Everybody
we'll-
does powers first except for
We'll
Scott.
do green
It's got to be difficult.
at
Well,
10.
Well, he knows something.
94.
94 for powers. Water breathing.
Aquaman. And it's
Well, if you
completely
read
landlocked
the
group.
information that I gave you guys, the adventure is going to take place on an island surrounded
There you go.
by cream cheese.
Namor.
Same thing until otherwise. 18.
18 for powers. Dimensional travel. You just made fun of it.
I know.
Are you from the water dimension?
Elemental plane of water.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I usually don't allow that for a first character, but you guys have been playing forever, and you're also the DM for your group. So
A 1.
Oh, awesome.
0-1 absorption, one of the most powerful powers.
Absorbing water?
If you're, you know the absorbing man from the comics.
I don't know that one.
Ivanko had absorption.
Oh, did he?
That Evenko, for those who, is his first character before I met Rob.
66.
66. Natural weaponry.
You touch steel, or you touch metal.
And
Oh, that
roll,
was
a,
it. Okay.
roll a die 6.
That's what I wanted for her, but because she's his
1.
daughter.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Well, so
No, yeah.
can't be
4.
4.
It's
You
a
have plus 2
different
to
universe.
hit,
How do you know?
plus 4 damage in unarmed
My universe is not
combat.
his universe.
So think of it, you have like
But you could
Wolverine
still be-
claws.
Victor Ivanko.
And it's a
daughter.
power,
Okay,
so
just
it
not
could
power.
be anything.
And
Think of
father
it, you're a fish
owns,
guy now, so now you have like
what's it
barnacles,
called?
whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
just
you
trying
can
to give
get
you a
a farm, I was
motif.
gonna say.
Now roll
But whatever
percentile
he
dice
had,
because there's
right?
a 20%
Oh,
chance that natural weaponry has a bonus ability. That's
workout
tied
places,
in.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Green again. Now 89.
Okay, so you just flat out have natural weaponry, and everything right now is in the quantum state. It doesn't take shape until we finalize
I'm
it.
gonna do one more.
And this is a power.
Yeah.
Okay.
66.
66. Natural weaponry again. Awesome. Roll another die 6. Because
1.
so now you have another +1 to hit, a +2 damage, and you have another 20% chance of a bonus ability based on the.
Forgot about the bonus abilities.
5%.
Oh, so you have a bonus ability that is tied to the natural weaponry.
It was a +1 to hit and
+2 damage, and it's but keep them separate because you might get rid of.
yeah.
What could a bonus ability be?
One of my friends made a character called Moon Bear. He was like a werewolf bear.
Yeah.
And he had natural, and his if he did a multiple attack and hit both times, he could rake for
Oh,
either
I got
extra
you.
critical.
A bleed, a stun, a rake, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it could be anything. I'm trying to think your claws are really good against the undead. I don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of whatever. Are we?
Yeah, I got 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
Let's
What would
do. Let's do a skill.
A skill. I'm already like picturing your character as like some sort of like a piranha guy or something.
2.
0-2 under skills.
Yeah.
From
Heightened agility.
Suicide
You gotta roll
Squad.
2 die 10, and
What?
You
then
got the Suicide Squad.
or King Shark.
10,
Right there in your hand.
Oh. 9 and a 3.
All right, so plus 12 to your agility. Just put that down on your slate because we're not finalizing it yet. And I lost track. Are we caught up?
No, one last.
One last.
So skills, devices, and abilities. Let's go into powers one more time.
One more power.
Okay.
One more power. Powers generally seem to be more powerful, but they're all over the place. Skills seem to be good complements to everything else.
13.
13. Darkness control. You shoot ink or something.
Squid. Squid boy.
The squid.
I had some sort of Marvel character back in the day, or superhero character that could control darkness. I
All
feel
right.
like.
And I guess 4.
How's it going?
Oh, yeah, and now your weakness.
21.
21. Low self-control. Every time you get scared, you
I'm
shoot
drunk.
ink.
I'm drunk, so.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party.
Yeah,
pal.
when you get drunk, you just want to. Oh, that's really good role play. Guys, keep in mind. I might as well tell this. At the end of the game, besides normal experience, I also give an award for best role player, gets 1,000 points, and you can't split it. You guys vote on it, so we're gonna have. You know what I mean? If it's a tie, I'll break the vote. But if you go like, oh, Jimmy's gonna get this, or whatever, but you can't be like, I think we should all get it. And, no.
Yeah.
One person's gonna get role player. One person's going to get the hero. Who is the hero? That's different.
Yeah.
And then one person's going to get combat.
Okay.
Because I feel those are the 3 parts of the game that everybody likes.
Yeah.
You want to be a hero. You want to be good in fighting, and you want role play.
Yeah.
So, and that's 1,000 points. And one person can get all three of them.
Yeah.
You know, I usually get rid of those if it's only one player, because
Yeah.
then it's just like, hey, get 3,000 points. All right, so everybody's got all of this stuff. So does anybody have any concepts that they want to drop anything? Does anybody have anything they want to enhance? So let's figure out what your speed bonus is. You're going to roll 1 die 10.
My speed bonus?
Yeah.
Oh, I do a speed
Yeah,
bonus.
I'm just getting, and then, so just roll 1 die 10. We're recording, just so you know. So you're on camera right now.
9.
So you have
Surprise.
90 bonus points for movement. Now, it's a power. So this is the way I explain speed bonus. Spider-Man's web shooting is a speed bonus.
Okay.
So it's a power that he has that he can brachiate and swing through
Yeah.
the cities. So it's a power. It could be anything. You could roll into a ball and roll away, like Puck from the Alpha Flight, if you know that character. You could just have it that you run really fast.
So the Flash has a speed bonus.
Well, he has a power called heightened speed, but yes, he has a lesser version of you know. But heightened speed just means you're just generally fast. Speed bonus means like Tarzan. You know how when he's in the trees
So
and
you have
jungles.
some way of enacting a speed bonus.
Right. I'm trying to think of I forget who would like Bugs Bunny. He could borrow. You know, that's a speed bonus.
I'm a good driver. No, I'm joking.
But,
I always need a car.
So that I'm just telling you. So you
You know parkour.
like most people just throw speed bonus into their basic movement. That's fine too. That's totally allowed.
Okay, let me think about that.
But-
so let's go through mine for a
Sure.
second. I have disintegration ray.
Right. That's it.
Okay, so going through my powers, you said I have a speed bonus. I rolled a 9, so it's a 90 bonus points to speed, and I have to decide how do I move that fast? Is it just built into a basic run? Am I web slinging? Am I Tarzan?
Right.
Okay, I don't have an answer for that.
I'm trying to think
I
of other
guess it's kinda perfect.
superpowers.
Okay, so I have
Well,
disintegration
yeah,
ray. I
yeah,
think I'm going to keep that.
Or in the
Right.
navies.
I have force field. I think that's also cool.
Yeah.
I have double telepathy.
Right.
That's being able to move things with my mind.
No,
No,
that's
telepathy
read
is
minds.
read minds,
Telekinesis
talking.
is move things with your mind.
Oh, what am I doing with telepathy?
Talking to people in your head. You're
Oh.
telepathic.
So I feel like telepathy. I had a Dungeons and Dragons character with telepathy.
Okay.
And I don't want to really get involved in that.
Okay.
It was kind of annoying to people, I think.
Plus, it's a very subtle power. So, you know.
It's a subtle power. So I have it twice, which means I'm really good at it.
Or you could.
I'm going to say
So, what's your weakness, first off?
low self-control.
Okay. So, if you don't like that weakness, you can get rid of one of your doses of telepathy, or you can get rid of any of your powers to get rid of your weakness. Also, you could get another weakness to get another power. So that's something that you can think of. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay. Well, going to telepathy.
But I'm also not going to let you just. I get this weakness, get this power. I don't like it. Drop it. You know.
No, I got you.
So,
Of course,
you fish for what you want.
So regarding telepathy, I'm going to drop one telepathy.
Okay.
And I think I want to increase. So if I put my one telepathy into force field, my force field
Will
will
be that
powerful.
much more
You
powerful.
have 5 of you.
So how does it scale? What am I thinking of the power level of the force field?
Right now,
Like what's a basic force
it
field?
gives you a screen. You know what I mean? It gives you like the basic superhero force field. And what happens is it gives you a defense. If they hit you, odds are they're going to hit the force field. If they hit the force field, instead of taking 20 damage, you're going to divide it by you divide it by 10, and you take, so you get hit by 100. I don't know, I can't do math. You divide it by 10, you take 10 points off your power.
So if I have a double force field, what's the multiplier then?
We'll reduce it by
We'll drop it to 5 or something, the multiplier? Or what?
well, divided by 5 would be less.
Oh, sorry, divided by 20 or 25?
Yeah, we'll divide it by 20, so you'll take less power off.
Okay.
But also keep in mind, there's a chance that your force field can get breached and blah blah.
Of course, yeah. So I'll drop 1 and I'll take double force field.
Okay.
Disintegration ray can disintegrate stuff.
Right.
Speed bonus emphasize devitalization ray.
That when you shoot people and when you hit them, they get tired.
Yeah. So I might keep a single telepathy. So I'm going to drop from 7 powers to 6 powers.
Well, you still have. You got to keep track of how many slots that you.
I had 7 slots.
Right. you still have that many slots, and that matters for the metapsychosis that I explained earlier.
I have 7 slots, but I'm gonna have 6 powers, and 1 power is gonna be a double power.
Right.
So I mean, if I count.
That's why I say slots, because when I say how many powers you have, I only have 2, but you have 19 doses of flame power.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Heightened intelligence, I'll keep, and the low self control. You know, maybe I go around when I get mad, I disintegrate stuff.
Or do you have to wear gloves to keep them constantly firing disintegration? Do they come out of your eyes like Scott Summers? You have to wear goggles. You know, the sky's the limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And why do I want a hampering weakness? Because it might be something that gives you the role playing bonus.
Yeah, I like the role playing bonus. So
Think about it. You don't have to write anything down. We'll go to Jimmy and
the disintegration ray comes out of your hand.
whatever you want. You could. Do you want it to come out of your mouth? The example that I always give, Jimmy knows what I'm good. The example I always give is my friend Joe, who never played before, never into comic books, just didn't get the concept. He had power blasts, so he would put his elbows out and his knees out, and then the rays would converge over here. I hated it, but what am I going to do? That's his character. You know what I mean?
All right, cool.
So, but at the same time, he could have got restrained, and therefore he couldn't use his power.
powers, yeah.
You know what I mean? So believe, and you control the special. Is it an invisible ray, like your force field?
Yeah.
Is it a big blue, like Green Lantern, or is